Well, listen, Anthony, many thanks for joining me this evening. Rather embarrassing slip, I would say. And not only once, but 3 times did he call George Osborne Jeffrey.
Humiliating, isn't it? I mean, I just know how you must have felt. You know, this is a human error. We've all done that. We've all been there. What is far more important is how you handle it. And I have to take my hat off. George Osborne absolutely said nothing in order not to sort of embarrass Obama. And Obama made a joke of it. And you see what's happened. Through that joke, Jeffrey Osborne has responded, and now George has responded and made a joke of it. So diffused the situation, so people feel comfortable. That's what you have to do.
But Anthony, how big a gaffe is this? I mean, we're supposed to be the United States' biggest ally, yet our president, the President of America, doesn't even know the name of George Osborne, our Chancellor of the Exchequer.
It says a lot, doesn't it? It says a lot about what George Osborne means on the world stage. And my concern is that, you know, he's responsible for a £700 billion budget every year. He spends our money for us, and yet our most powerful ally hasn't quite worked out who he is. I mean, it was sweet that he did the whole, I've got you confused with my favourite soul singer, but at the same time...
I think that was quick thinking on his part.
Well, he probably did. I mean, it was, don't you think that was a human error? Haven't you ever done that?
We've all done it, and we've all done it multiple times on the same night. Yeah. But I think in this case, you know, who are we? But he's George Osborne, Liz. I mean, he is the man...
but he's a human being, and we are human beings.
We are human beings.
Yeah,
and we've had lots of our viewers have been getting in touch with us to let us know about their mistakes, and we've had some Facebook messages. One from Alex Whitfield says that he had an eye test last Sunday, and images of his eye test 2 years ago were under the name Alan, but his optician called him Alex all the way through. The optician refused to believe that he'd been before. And we've got another one from Jodine McGee on Facebook. She says, I've been calling a man that walks past my house, Paul, for 4 years. I just found out he's actually called Dave, but I've been too embarrassed to mention it to me. It's slightly embarrassing, isn't it? Have
I'm sure this thing goes on all the time, though, in Downing Street. I'm sure people haven't worked out who George Osborne is. Let's not forget his real name is Gideon. He did change his name when he was 12 because he didn't like the name Gideon, and he felt George, I think, was his grandfather's name, and it was a more kind of straight-up name. But even with the name George, before being Chancellor, he's never had a job, Liz. I mean, this is a guy who only ever worked in Selfridges folding towels. And in fact, he didn't just fold towels, he refolded towels. He wasn't even allowed to fold the towels.
Slightly off the subject.
Well,
but Liz, you're an etiquette expert. What should you do if you suddenly find yourself in one of those awful situations where you're talking to someone you should know their name, but you just can't remember?
Well, you do exactly that. What you have to do is, first of all, you have to get over the situation. It happens to me. I have to do an introduction and my mind will go sometimes blank. But what you do is you pause slightly. You say, can I introduce you to... And there's that little pause. And normally you hope somebody like Anthony is going to say, oh, Anthony Davis, you know, and you're going to say
someone will notice.
And yes, there are some people who won't help you and will stand there and wait and let you cringe. But you have to get over that. And there are little tricks of getting people to give you their name.
Anthony, have you got any up your sleeve? Because obviously you meet all sorts of people every day.
I do meet all sorts of people every day. I just think it's very important to... We were discussing this before about having a bit of an aura about you and caring about what the other person is going to experience and the kind of experience they're going to have whilst in your company. So maybe it was down to George and the fact that he didn't make enough of himself. Maybe he was too like a little bird and he should have been the big Chancellor.
No, well, at least he handled it correctly because he didn't, you know, show up Obama. But what's interesting is, look, I've come from Ascot, I've got a badge. And you go to Ascot...
It does make life easier, doesn't it?
Well, it does, except, of course, then you're talking to people you're supposed to know. And if they see your eyes going like this, it means that you haven't remembered who they are. So you have to do it so discreetly so they can't see you're actually literally looking, oh, what is the name, without them knowing.
But wearing a badge is great. Maybe we should just all wear badges all the time. But except for Obama. He shouldn't wear a badge because he's Obama.
That's it. If you don't know who he is, then you're stuffed, aren't you? OK, well, we have a duet to look forward to from the two of them anyway, so that's one good thing that's come out of it. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you.